Hello everyone! Maki here! One of the great charms of the Gundam series is the artwork, which was created with passion by its creators. The illustrations used for promotion or on product packaging are incredibly appealing. It's not uncommon for someone to become interested in a story simply because they saw a single illustration. Illustrations are also an important element in staging a story and creating opportunities to gain new fans. This time, I would like to share some comments from a creator. They discuss the ideas and mindset behind the illustrations. Of course, this is just one creator's opinion, but every compelling illustration surely carries the unique thoughts of the person who created it. With that in mind, you may discover something new when appreciating illustrations. If you would like, please consider supporting me by joining the 99-cent monthly membership. You will receive a name badge and comment stamps. Now let's take a look at the comments. Today, I would like to share a comment from Mr. Nobuyoshi Nishimura. I will share a comment he posted on X, which he personally manages. Mr. Nishimura has worked as an animator on the Gundam series since Gundam Double Zeta. He also participated in Victory Gundam, G Gundam Gundam Wing, and Gundam X, and he has contributed greatly to the popularity of the series. Here, he shares his own ideas by quoting a fan's impressions of Gundam X illustrations. First, let's look at the fan's comment. Even today, many games and comics depict Tifa being led by the hand by Geralt. Mr. Nishimura handled the promotional illustrations made when the TV anime aired. In illustrations from the story's climax or ending, I feel there is a strong sense of the passage of time. The relationships between the characters are beautifully portrayed. The fan presents a TV anime promotional poster and a card illustration as examples. The promotional illustration from the TV anime depicts the characters just after the story begins. Geralt looks straight ahead as he runs with all his might. Meanwhile, Tifa looks confused as Geralt pulls her along. Geralt meets Tifa at the beginning of the story. His goal is to kidnap her and hand her over to the client. However, when he sees Tifa trembling in fear, he senses something is wrong. Realizing that the client is a villain, he grabs her hand and starts running. This relationship is depicted in the illustration. What impression does the illustration on the card give? As the fan pointed out, the passage of time is reflected in the illustration as well. Through many experiences, Geralt and Tifa have become a pair who deeply trust each other. Geralt turns toward Tifa. Tifa smiles back at him. The composition shows them running together while caring for each other. Now let's take a look at Mr. Nishimura's comment. As this person pointed out, this is exactly right. Keeping in mind the illustrations from when the TV anime first aired, I drew this illustration thinking about how to express the change in the relationship. I drew this card illustration after the program finished airing. I remember drawing it while thinking it would probably be the last Gundam X illustration I drew for work. These were the ideas Mr. Nishimura had in mind when he drew the illustration. Those ideas were successfully conveyed to the fans through the illustration. Rather than simply drawing the requested composition, he also considered the changes in the story to be an important element. This perspective is probably helpful for people who enjoy drawing fan art. Thinking about why a composition looks the way it does and why a situation is depicted a certain way can help you draw more compelling fan art. Mr. Nishimura completed his illustration using this approach. The fan also shared another comment about the illustrations. This illustration of Gundam X was published in the magazine. They said they really liked an illustration by Masahiro Yamane. In the illustration, Tifa and Geralt are wearing stylish outfits. Mr. Nishimura also seems to hold Mr. Yamane in very high regard. He said that he loved Mr. Yamane's illustrations so much that he bought magazines just to see his artwork. This illustration accompanies the content of Mr. Yamane's interview. Mr. Yamane explained that he drew this illustration based on a promotional photo of performing arts actors. The idea was to depict a popular male and female actor standing side by side. Tifa is wearing makeup and has a different atmosphere than usual. The job request was to dress them fashionably, differently from the usual appearance. Mr. Yamane interpreted the characters as actors and drew them accordingly. By viewing them not as characters in the story but as actors, he created a different kind of appeal than in the TV anime. This concept is similar to the Gundams that appear in Gundam Wing. The Gundams in the TV anime have completely different designs in the Endless Worlds version. These designs were based on the concept of actors wearing different costumes. It is through bold ideas like this that the Gundam series continues to grow. The second movie in the Hathaway Flash series will be released soon. In situations like this, new illustrations are announced one after another. These illustrations are drawn by creators based on their own interpretations and ideas. What scenarios were they imagining when they drew the illustrations? Appreciating illustrations and imagining the hidden stories behind them can be a wonderful experience. As I mentioned earlier, trying out these kinds of approaches with your own interpretation when creating fan art or customizing Gunpro can also be a meaningful experience. Thank you for watching until the end. See you in the next program.